we had a vehicle come down Pioneer, this hill, at a high rate of speed. We have a witness who puts a vehicle speed at over 75, maybe close to 100. Came through the intersection, no braking, went straight into the building, and all the way back through the building. We're real lucky that nobody else was hurt because we had other people in the back working out at a gym that was in the back. So they all managed to get out, but barely, because that vehicle right up against the desk that was back there. Unfortunately, the driver of the vehicle was killed. The odd part about this is there's no attempt to miss the building, no attempt to brake, and the vehicle speed was, 3-4 times the speed limit. So until we can get to them, we're not going to know much more.
Two of the trainers were outside and one of the Chamber of Commerce members were working out inside. They thought it was just a big explosion, an earthquake. And then the beam fell and almost hit one of the trainers. So then all the response units came and we found out that some guy had gone through the building.
Proceed. Initially it was called out as a fire, and then it was progressed to a structural collapse. And as you're aware of what actually occurred as far as a vehicle entering the building.
And how do you deal with that when it's obviously a tenuous situation with the structure?
That's why we have our PSORT team that's made up of a number of different agencies in response to this type of an incident. They're particularly trained for going into structures, securing structures, so our medical teams can actually respond to any injuries. They're very careful as far as preparing the scene and getting proper materials and personnel so they can respond safely.
Do you even know who the victim is at this point?
We believe we know who the victim is. We're in the process of contacting the family. We're working on that. We believe that he's a male in his mid-20s. It's a Subaru SUV, and we should have positive identification within a couple hours.
Obviously, you're going to try and figure out what was going through his mind, if that was the cause.
Well, that we may not know that for a while. We may have to wait till the autopsy's done and some investigating's done and toxology and all that. We may not have our answers today. It's definitely something that there was no attempt to stop, to avoid. There was no brake marks, no skid marks, and he did not attempt to miss the building, and that car went into that building at least 75 miles an hour. And this is an area where nobody goes over 20, 25 ever.
Foggy?
No, it wasn't fog. Fog had nothing to do with it. There was clear, the witnesses that were at the stop sign could see the car all the way at the top of the hill coming down.